So in the past and very recently, I've made videos about why getting a degree isn't or probably won't get you the results you want in terms of financial freedom or living the life you want, but there are still some cases where degrees are important. And actually, if you read the book, The Millionaire Next Door, it will show you that the average millionaire isn't a business owner. The average millionaire is just a random person who has a 9 to 5 and maybe a few more streams of income, who went to college, got a degree, and is living the average lifestyle. Now, if you don't believe me, then get a copy of that book and read it, and I'll leave a link down below to that. But also, if you still don't believe me and the facts that the average millionaire isn't an entrepreneur, then I'll also be leaving a link to the statistics below, because I don't make these things up, right? I never do. It is currently projected that every single day 1,700 millionaires will be made. It is also a fact that 84% of these people are college educated and they have degrees. Also, 2 out of every 3 of these people had to take on debt or student loans in order to get their college degree. This sounds a lot like the average person to me. So the point here is that being an entrepreneur is great, but most businesses fail. Most fail in just a few months. I think it's 8 out of every 10 that fail in a few months. Then at about the 5-year mark, about 80% of those who didn't fail in the first few months will then fail. So if you're trying to become a millionaire and you want the safest path to getting there, then getting a college degree and possibly going into some debt to get it may be an option worth considering. Now, I'm not telling you to go and do that, but I'm just showing you all the facts, the statistics, and what is actually happening with the average millionaire. Now, before I go any further in this video, a very quick reminder here. If you're new to the channel or you're watching one of my videos for the very first time, my name is Ian, and I post videos here on YouTube every single day on topics relating to making money and personal finance. So if you'd like to see more of these videos, then give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to this channel and turning on all the notifications. And that way you'll be able to get the updates when I post a new video here every single day. Now, if you have a college degree and you're making good enough money where you can pay your student loans, or maybe you no longer have student loans, comment below and let me know what your degree is in and what type of job you currently have. Now, the point here is that if you plan this correctly, you can get a college degree with little to no debt. You can leave college and find a job. You can make good money. You can service all your debts, and you can save, invest, start a business on the side, and you can still become a millionaire. So with that said, I want to talk about some college degrees that are worth looking into going into 2021 if you want to get a degree and if you want to become a millionaire. Now, the first degree and job on this list is the air traffic controller. And even before I talk about that, think about this, right? If you have to go to college and it's going to cost you, let's say $50,000 to get a degree, but you know you'll earn $75,000 afterwards, then I think that's a good deal, because you'll be able to pay off the student loan debt in maybe 5 years or less, and you'll make good money. But if you have to spend $50,000 for the degree and then you make $40,000 per year, then that's a bad deal. Now, the air traffic controller needs to have an associate degree. The average cost of an associate degree is anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 per year on average. So if you spend 2 years in college to get an associate's degree, you'll end up with student loan debt of about $10,000 to $15,000 on average. An air traffic controller on average makes about $124 per year. This may depend on where you live, but I looked this up, and even in the lowest paying states and areas, air traffic controllers were able to make at least around $68,000, even though the average was over $100,000. Now, if you ask me, this is still very good, because if you spend 2 years and $15,000 on this degree and you make over $60,000 a year, you can pay this debt off in 2 years and you'll make good money with the possibility of a salary increase to 6 figures in just a couple of years. This job field is growing at about 3% per year, and so if you want to get a degree, then I would look into this one. Now, I also want to say here that there are many people who have bachelor's degrees and they make $20 to $25 an hour doing things that they don't really like. So if you can get a job with an associate degree that pays you between $68,000 and $124,000 per year, and all you have is $15K worth of student loan debt, then I consider this winning. Now, the second job that has a very good outlook with a projected 8% growth rate per year is the radiation therapist. And again, all you need is an associate degree for this job. As a radiation therapist, you will use radiation therapy to treat patients who have cancer and other related illnesses. These jobs are often found in hospitals, but you could also get a job in a physician's office or working at an outpatient center. The average salary reported for this job was at around $80,000 per year. Now again, I looked this up and I did a lot of research, and I found out that even if you didn't make the average salary here, in the lowest paid states, you would still earn about $67,000 from this occupation per year. So again, this is a very good option if you want to get a degree with little debt and a great salary. The third job I want to mention is the dental hygienist, and this is one of the best degrees and careers to choose on this list because the expected growth is over 20% in this field. Everybody has to go to the dentist twice per year, and then you go for routine cleaning and you don't actually see the dentist, but instead you see the dental hygienist. This job only requires an associate degree and the average salary is around $75,000 per year. So another good field to get into if you want less debt and more income. The next degree and job is also related to health, and this is becoming a registered nurse. The growth here, or projected growth, is around 15% for this career. And again, you only need an associate degree and you'll make on average about $70,000 per year. Now, most of these people move on to getting a bachelor's degree, but one isn't required and you can get in with an associate's degree and then have your job help pay for your schooling cost of upgrading to a bachelor's. It's the cost-effective way to getting a degree, and since I'm talking about cost-effective way to get a degree, if I were to get a degree in 2021 or consider getting one, I wouldn't pay for it myself. Here's what I do. I would find a job, right, just the average regular job that has some incentive for college. Some jobs will pay 80% of your schooling if you can consistently get A's. I would then have my low-paying job pay for my degree or most of my degree, and then I'd pay the difference. This way I can get a degree that will cost an average $50,000 for only 10 to 15K out of pocket. So if you already have a job and you want a degree, think about or ask about any programs that your workplace may already have for employees who want to get higher education. The next job on this list is the web developer. This job field is expected to grow by about 13% and it requires an associate degree, and all these jobs require an associate degree. This one will pay you an average about $67,000 per year. Not bad if you ask me. Another career here is law enforcement. You can actually get an Associate of Science in Law Enforcement, and with this you can become a police officer. This career is expected to grow by about 8%, and the average salary if you have this associate degree is going to be around $62,000 per year. Now finally, because this list is getting a bit long, so the final job and degree I want to mention is the Occupational Assistant. This is like when people get injured and they need help with getting accustomed to moving around again. You'll help them with stretches and other activities to have them being mobile again. Now, this job is expected to grow by about 28%, which is good if you ask me, and the average salary is going to be around $56,000 per year. So the main point of this video is that you can still go to college without getting into a lot of debt, and you can get a degree that pays you a lot of money where you're able to pay your student loans and live comfortably and still either save money, invest money, start a business, and do what you want in 2021. And like I mentioned earlier on in this video, you can become a millionaire with a 9-to-5. 84% of millionaires have a college degree and had student loan debt. I'm going to be leaving a link to the statistics in the description so you can go and look at the stats if you still think I'm making all this stuff up and if you still don't believe me. Now, if you know of any other careers or degrees that don't cost much but pay well, comment them down below so we can also see what they are. Now, if I were to choose one of these jobs in this list, I would go for one that costs very little to get the degree and also has a projected or a good projected growth rate. After getting that associate degree, I would try to get my first job, and even if I made less money or on the lower end of the salary scale, like 50 to 60K per year, I would then use the incentive that most employers give to go back to college part-time and upgrade to a bachelor's degree, which then in turn means I got the degree for less out of pocket. I would have little to no student loan debt, and I would be able to make much more money. Comment below and let me know what you think about this strategy. So that's all there is to it. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and click the notification icon so you can get notified when I post new videos here. Also, give this video a thumbs up, check all the links down below in the description, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.